Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. It's your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief APGAINS here, and this video is directed at Capital Games. Capital Games, we need to talk. I'm going to tell you how you can 100% fix Conquest so that you guys make a ton of money and everyone loves it. A win-win, wouldn't you say? Now, really quickly, guys, we're going to hop in here. Oops, wrong scene. I've had about 2 gallons of chocolate milk and about 6 boxes of these Swiss rolls, so if my heart gives out halfway through, I'm sorry. RIP APGAINS. Make sure you check in with me in the comment section. Make sure I'm still alive after this video is uploaded. Let's hope. We're trying to get 15,000 subscribers. When we do, we will pull an Oceans 69 and steal, you heard me right, steal the only laptop that Capital Games has. And from that laptop, we will take over the game, and we will give every single one of you exactly 1 cup shard. If you guys want that, make sure to subscribe. Conquest is here. Conquests previous to this have not been good. And we've said as much, they sucked. And we were told that this Conquest 10 would be a lot better. And let's just say the first 48 hours of Conquest 10 being out, I would say the general consensus among the community is that it's not effing better. That being said, I don't think it's unsalvageable, and I think just hating for the sake of hating is unconstructive, so we're going to do some constructive criticism here. I have Conquest hard open right now. This is not Conquest normal. This is not Conquest easy. We're going to talk specifically about hard Conquest because this is, I feel, where most of the money can be made, but some of this will be applicable to the other Conquests as well. What are the reasons that people don't like Conquest? I would say generally it's the feats, like win 40 battles with a full squad of smugglers. I don't have a single smuggler that could do this feat in normal mode, maybe easy mode, and I have a solid account. It's not an end game account. It's not a whale account. It's just an okay free-to-play account. It does quite well for itself, right? This feat is exactly why no one likes Conquest. What's the problem with this feat? Let's break down everything that's stupid about this feat. You're forcing us to use smugglers, which is fine. You want us to use characters we don't have, so we're forced to relic them. We get a 2-week window of Conquest and relic. That's literally not enough time to, if we had unlimited money, there's not enough time to refresh like the weekly store to get the gear. Like this could be infeasible, impossible for some people. So they chose to force us to spend money on too much stuff. Yes, some people are going to have good smugglers, but at the end of the day, no one wants to use them. The real reason these exist is to make us spend crystals. They have a really good grasp of the crystal economy, and at a certain degree, at a certain level, I respect that. They're very good at controlling the currency, the premium currency in this game, knowing when to get us to spend it, knowing when to get us to use resources. A little side tangent, the Omicrons, they release a bunch of Galactic Legends, they release a bunch of cool marquee characters, our Zetas get depleted, they release this, which will probably force us to whale on a little bit more Zetas, plus the Omicrons, because our Zetas are a little bit depleted, because, some people have 6 Galactic Legends who all have 6 Zetas. It's stuff like this where you can kind of respect how they control the economy. What I would offer up as a suggestion to fix this, because this is constructive APGAINS, not little bitch APGAINS, is make it so the feats are just as crystal intensive. Maybe even you can get away with making them more crystal intensive, which equals more profits. How would you get away with this without people putting up their pitchforks and their torches and being really mad at you? How would you get away with this? Well, APGAINS has a potential solution, and I, Capital Games, as well as the viewer, let me know in the comment section, would like to know what you think of this possible solution. Now, what did people really like about Conquest in the early days? You could do fun, wacky stuff. Your normal characters could seem infinitely more powerful than they could ever be in any other game mode, all right? Yoda AoEing a million times. My favorite was getting my level 1 Darth Vader to do like a bajillion damage against the Galactic Legend, stuff like that. But there wasn't really that crystal grind, so they didn't make as much money as I feel like they wanted to, so they changed it to what we have now. If all of these feats were involving characters that were fun or cool, like let's say you get to Sector 3, right? Just as a random point, Sector 3. And then there's a place where you have the option to spend 100, 200, 300 crystals for a data disk that specifically works for a character or a squad. And it can be a fun or bad squad. Let's say, I don't know, Kit Fisto, Amagandai, all the trash Jedi, right? In this specific data disk that we can spend a sizable amount of crystals on, we'll turn this team into a godsend, right? They'll go absolutely crazy. And then give us a feat that says win 40 or 50 battles with this specific squad. Now I get to take this crazy squad. I get to do all of what makes Conquest super fun. Go absolutely berserk. My Kit Fisto is AoEing. My Plo Koon is giving turn meter. My Amagundai is, I don't know, trying not to die or whatever the Amagundai does. R.I.P. man in the, in the comics. Spoilers for you guys. Not comics. I guess the TV show, the animated show. Now what happens is I am enjoying using this wacky team with this crazy data disc that does something, and I'm destroying Conquest. But then I'm using so much stamina and energy, I'm doing my refreshes, and I'm not even noticing that I'm refreshing. It's like this. I was streaming today, and I don't really like Conquest. I think Conquest kind of sucks. But I didn't notice I was doing 50 crystal refreshes because I was having fun talking to chat. You can't have everyone be a streamer, but what you can do is put them in that state of mind where they're just mindlessly having fun. Do you remember those days when you used to play video games to just mindlessly have fun? And then instead of being like, man, I don't want to do, I have to do a 50 crystal refresh to do, 10 more battles with my smugglers and then spend money on energy refreshes, or not energy, but like stamina refills and stuff like that. Now, let's take my example. You're giving us data discs or ways to use these wacky characters that we don't have in awesome ways. And instead of it being like, can I really afford this in my crystal crunch? I don't spend a ton of money. Now it's like, oh, dude, throw a 50 out there. Oh, my Amagundai, I need like 50% more stamina. Let me just cash out on crystals to buy the stamina refill my whole squad. Now the money that you guys want, being a game development company, right, is just happening. It's the old thing. It's like you want money in mobile games or in games in general to be mindless. You don't want us to have to justify spending to be like, well, I don't really like this game mode, but I do like Maul and Boba's supposed to be good. And, I might need some Omicrons. You want it to be like, oh, I'm having fun doing this wacky thing. And then, 50 crystals, whatever. 100 crystals, 300 crystals for this data disc that turns my Kit Fisto Amagundai team into a crazy. And plus it's needed for this, scum and villainy feat, 40 battles. Great. I have to spend some crystals doing some stamina regens, whatever. The battle pass. Maybe the battle pass gives you an extra possible event feat. So like instead of having to, defeat 100 enemies with Boba Fett and Jango, the battle pass includes a cool data disc that turns this team, and now I can replace this with a data disc that turns, I don't know, the Geonosian team into like the greatest thing ever. Or it gives me a data disc that instead of Geonosian Brood, it summons in the Geonosian Queen or something like that. Like there's so many cool opportunities where you can just insert things that the player base would really love to do that would just mindlessly lead to crystal depletion, or mindlessly lead to like, oh, now I don't have to justify buying the $10 battle pass versus the $30 battle pass versus no battle pass. It's like, man, I saw someone or I heard my guildmate bought the $30 battle pass. It gives them this data disc and this extra potential feat so they could kind of dodge around, kind of like here. It's kind of like this. Even in where's the battle pass? I don't even know where the battle pass is. The battle pass gives you this stupid data disc that's only good for the turn meter reduction feat. That's a nice step, but that's still not fun. If instead of this specific data disc to do that one specific sector boss feat, it was a data disc that made a team that isn't commonly used or is maybe fun to use, Imperial Troopers, and like just a team that people enjoy, and turn them crazy. Excuse me, too much chalky milk. I had to burp there. Then I'm looking at this not as, oh, this is kind of a slimy way to get us to do that, and I can see how some whale suit. Now it's like I'm looking at this not as a negative, but like, man, I only have to spend $30, and look at all the fun I have at this data disc that could turn my Geos or my whatever into this unstoppable killing machine so that I can do some feats and I can have some fun. And then I'm spending crystal refreshes enjoying Conquest. I think that's what I'm getting at, is I think you can still monetize the battle pass that's new. Plus, you have that good control over the crystal economy, which is fine. I mean, this is a game, your game. I like, actually, from a respect perspective, how well you control that crystal economy with inserts, things like the Executor. It's genius, honestly. I would love to have a conversation with, Capital Games or any content creator or just community members on how really good of a job they do from a control perspective there. But you can still have those aspects and give us some fun and wacky data discs or feats or something like that to where it's not a chore. We're still giving you the same output. We're still spending the same amount of time. The only difference is we're not doing it begrudgingly. Sorry for that rant. 10 minutes is a lot longer than a normal APGAINS video. I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Again, we're trying to get 15,000 subscribers. If you guys would be so kind as to help us get there, let me know what you thought. Let me know if you're 10-minute gang or not. Most people aren't 10-minute gang. Most people leave after 30 seconds because most people aren't 6ix9ine Precinct members. We last a long time. They finish quickly. Make sure you distinguish yourself in the comments as a 6ix9ine Precincter, not a 30-second one-pump chump. I'm going to get out of here. As always, I love you guys, and I'll see you later. I can't find the button to end the recording.